Welcome to Athlete Analysis. In this video, we're gonna break down James Harden's shooting mechanic and see why he is one of the best shooters in the NBA. Let's first talk about his shooting arm. James Harden's shooting arm is slightly tilted to his head. He also covers his left eye with his shooting arm. He does this probably because his dominant eye is his right eye. Harden is a middle finger shooter. It means that his middle finger is the last finger to touch the ball, and he depends on this finger to define the direction of the ball. Harden also puts both of his arms tucked in while shooting, but his wrist is slightly closer. While shooting, James Harden has 90° on his armpit and roughly 45° on his elbow. He is also what most people call one motion shooter. It means that the ball never pauses on its way up until the release. His shooting elbow is tucked in and facing to the hoop. James Harden puts the ball right above his eyes on his set point. He also puts the ball on the upper half part of his palm. Now see how he hasn't even snapped his wrist midway through the release. On releasing the ball, Harden keeps his arm at roughly 70°. This helps him to get better arc on the basketball. Harden uses a half circle motion while putting the ball from his hip to his set point. Harden pushes the ball smoothly to make sure that the arc of the ball is in line with his arm. Then, after releasing the ball, he has his fingers facing down to the ground. Now let's talk about his offhand. While shooting, James Harden has his offhand 90° on his armpit and slightly less than 90° on his elbow. He also puts his hand on the side of the ball. On the follow through, Harden slightly bends his arm and has his fingers facing towards the arc of the ball. Now see that he starts to release the ball with his offhand just before his shooting hand starts to snap. Sometimes Harden does put his offhand a little bit on the upper side of the ball, but his timing on release is just great. Before jumping, Harden tucks both of his knee inward and stands on his toes. As we put it, the black line is the straight path in the hoop. Because Harden is a left-handed shooter, he tilts his feet a little bit to the right so he can have a better alignment on his shoulder. Now let's see how he jumps and lands. This black line is where he starts to jump. As you can see, the white line is where he landed. This is what Coach Hoover from Pro Shot Shooting System called the sweep and sway. Basically, this motion reduces tension to his shoulders while shooting. Harden keeps his body and hips straight while jumping. Sometimes in games he does spread his legs and lands wide, but it is something that he does not do in practice. Harden locks his eyes on the hoop as soon as he starts to pick up the ball, whether it is off the dribble or off the catch. Unlike Stephen Curry, who tilts his head whenever he starts to shoot, Harden keeps his head straight vertical. The last part is the dip. Harden dips to his waist area almost every time he got the ball, unless he got the ball already low. He also dips off the dribble, but the dip range is a lot smaller. Well, I hope this little bit of information might help you guys. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos, and share the video to spread the knowledge. See you on the next one.